Beautiful fair in Colonjol,
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Binta, and if you're new here, make sure you hit on the subscribe button and also like this video. So today's video is going to be, I don't know, an advice to Gambian youths and African youths in general. So if you don't know, I made a video about human trafficking going on in Gambia, and I also did an update that the girls were coming back, and finally they are back. Okay, but today I want to touch base on some of the causes of people and young people traveling to the Middle East and even the Western countries without having knowledge of what goes on there, or without knowing anybody. Basically, people travel blindly to some of these countries. So I would just want to say, if you are going to travel to any country, not even necessarily the Middle East, any country, whether it's America, England, Italy, you have to make sure, especially if you are a lady, you have to make sure you know somebody there, or you know what you're going for. So I know that Africans, we love to travel a lot because we feel like there is a lot more opportunities back out there than our own country. That mindset of you can never make it in your own country needs to go. Okay, the mindset of only the West can help you be great, the mindset of all good things are in the West, the mindset of I cannot make it in the Gambia or I cannot make it in Africa, it needs to go, because that is a complete lie. It is not true. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, I think if you have the money to get I think if you have the money to find visa or pay somebody for a visa, you can invest that money in your own country. Yes, it might not be a quick process, and nothing comes quickly. So what people don't understand about the West is that the West is not what it seems to be in our eyes. Okay, the media will show you what they want you to see, but you will never see the reality of the West until you come to the West. Okay, so for the people that travel to the Middle East countries, I feel like sometimes it is based on ignorance. Some people just don't know, you know, they don't have the right information at hand, and for that reason they just travel to these countries blindly, thinking that they're going to be doing, you know, a job, you know, because sometimes I hear people saying that they've been offered jobs, but when they got there, they've been given other kinds of jobs, or treated other way, or treated in another kind of inhuman way. Okay, so the thing with the Middle East is that we all know, I mean, not even if not all, but most of us know the things that go on in the Middle East. Like, I don't have to say that. Like, since our great grandparents, like, people that go to the Middle East for jobs have been treated like slaves, like literally like slaves, and this has been going on, and a lot of us have known about this. But the fact that people still get lured into going, it's just, it baffles me, and I don't know, I really don't know what to say. I don't know if it's lack of being informed, or just wanting to go, or not believing what is going on over there. Okay, so I understand that everybody cannot be as informed as me, or everybody can be as informed as you that is watching, or someone else, because as you know, Africa is like internet. Like, nowadays everything is on the internet. Okay, some of us, we find out a lot of things on the internet, and it is not as easy for someone in Africa to have access to the internet, like as easy as it is for us in the diaspora. For that reason, I would say maybe some people, it's because they don't have the right information. So another thing I want to talk about that causes people to travel to the West or Middle East blindly is comparison. I don't know about other places, but I know Like, people love to compare themselves to others without knowing the source of that person's wealth. And for this reason, so many people have put themselves in very big problems. So many people have put themselves in situations unexplainable because they try to compare themselves to other people. Because somebody goes to the Middle East or somebody goes to America and made it does not mean that you have to go at all costs. You don't even know what this person is doing over there. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. Like I said, the grass is not always green on the other side. I will probably not tell you what I really do for a living, but if you want to come, I will encourage you to come. And when you come, then you face the reality of life, the reality of the West, or the reality of the Middle East. And by the time that happens, it's already too late. You can't go back. You probably will not be able to go back. And this, at the end of the day, what it causes is people get themselves into shady deals. People get themselves into prostitutions. People get themselves into robbery. People get themselves into all kinds of crimes and, belittling activities just because they have to survive. And yes, I'm gonna say just because they have to survive, because you go somewhere that you don't know nobody yet, you have to eat. You have to have a place to live. At some point, you would get yourself in something that you don't even want to be in. But because you don't have a choice, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I think we should be very mindful of things like that, trying to compare ourselves to other people. There is somebody that left a comment on one of my sex trafficking videos, and this person have like some really great points that I wanted to talk about as well, and that is even what motivated me to make this video. The thing with some of these countries is that there is no human rights. Even if there is human rights, it only applies to their own and their own races, okay? Not to the colored race. So this is the reason why our people keep saying, this is what they did to us. They treat us like slaves, they beat us, they do this, they do that. Because the human rights in these countries do not apply to you in particular as a black person. If you are able to manage to find $5,000, to buy a ticket or pay somebody to help you get visa to go to the West or to a Middle Eastern country, I think you might as well just use that money and invest it in your own country, or find a business that you're going to do. And with time, this is going to grow. Instead of taking that money, getting some kind of visa, which sometimes you might not even get, but if you luckily get it and then you go, let's say you even come to America. Let's not even talk about the Middle East. Let's talk about America. You come to America. Listen, when you come here and reality hits you, you are going to be so shocked. Things are completely different from the West compared to Africa. So, what I want to say, youths, let us not force our way into these countries. When you're going there, go there with 100% proof that you're going to be welcomed with open arms. You're going to be welcomed with, you're going to be welcomed by a family or friends that you can trust. But we should not just go there blindly, without looking back, without having anybody that can show us the way around. Just going there blindly in the name of I am going to search for greener pastures. Well, your greener pastures might turn out to be something a lot more worse than how you were living in Africa. Africa is a beautiful place to live. If you have the money, it's a beautiful place to live. But that doesn't even also mean that we cannot make that money back home. We can make it. We can make it. It's all about your mindset. When you change that mindset of I can't make it back home, you're going to see a big difference. But the problem is that we don't even want to give it a try. People don't even want to give it a try. They'll have money and they will tell you, oh my God, I would rather get a visa than invest this money in Gambia. And this is the problem. Listen, let me tell you something. There are people in America, Africans in America, who have been here for like 10, 15 years that cannot still boast of $3,000 emergency funds. And this is going to be surprising to someone in Gambia, because they might just not be able to believe that you can boast of $3,000. But that is the reality. That's the fact. It's not because you can't have it. You can. But by the time you get paid and pay all your bills, you know, all the credit cards, mortgage, car loans and stuff, everything is billed in the West. Everything is bills. Like, you have a bill coming into your house every single week. Every single week, people have like bunch of envelopes coming back in their houses. So for this reason, some people are even finding it very hard to save a $200 every paycheck. And this is why it's hard for people to boast of money in their savings. But when you're back home, people don't understand it like that. That is why a lot of people in the West keep saying, if they don't come, they will not understand. But anyways, for people going to the Middle East, I'm just gonna tell you one thing. Stop going to the Middle East. It is not a place for black folks. If you are not a government official being sent to work, or you're not working for an organization or an NGO and you're sent there to work, just exit out. It's not gonna work, because what you will be promised back home, what the people that are gonna convince you to go, what the promises they're going to make to you back home is going to be quite different from what you're going to find there. And this even applies to anywhere. If you just go anywhere blindly, you're not going to find what you expected. But the worst place for my African sisters and brothers to be is, you know, stop going to the Middle East. It is not a place for us black folks. Even in America here, we're struggling. People are struggling. Every day, black people are dying, you know. Basically, you just have to fight your way in everything you do. Basically, we have to fight our way in everything we do. Every job you go to, we fight our way through success. So please, people should stop traveling to these countries blindly. I just don't know what to say. And also, I would say another thing, and this has to do with parents. Parents also play a big role in this, because some parents encourage their kids to go into countries that they know nothing about, or countries that they know nobody in. Parents contribute to sending their kids to the Arab countries. Parents contribute to sending their kids through back way. For what? I know people that went through back way and spent so much money, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, just to get to Italy. Do you know what that hundreds of thousands of dollars can do for you in Gambia? If you put it into good use, but people don't want to do it. All they want to do is get out. I need to get out of here. Nobody wants to try to invest in the Gambia, wants to try to make a business in the Gambia and make something out of it. Taking that money to go through back way is not even a problem. But when you get to your destination, how you suffer to make something, that amount of money again, is unbelievable. Some people can barely save that kind of amount the time they travel for so long. A lot of youths have wasted so much money by going to back way, and you'll be surprised that some of these youths have been funded by their own parents. Some people had to go and die on the way. Some people get to their destination, but they still don't have papers. They still don't have a job. They still find it difficult to even feed. Just because somebody's kid went through back way does not mean that yours have to go through back way. Knowing the consequence. It's not like some people don't even know what could happen on the way. They just want you to go. Because every single day we're hearing people who died on back way. People who died on these crazy routes of getting into Europe. But still, it didn't stop other people from going, and it didn't stop parents from funding their kids to go still. I understand that poverty drives people to do crazy things, but no amount of wealth can be compared to your well-being. No amount of wealth can be compared to your health. No amount of wealth can be compared to your life and dignity. Think about it. All these ladies that like go to Arab countries and they have to do what they gotta do to survive. They have to sleep with men to survive. When you sit and look at it again, was it worth it? This is the reality. Our own people do contribute in our downfall. Families do contribute in their kids' deaths, in their children's death. Because they want them to go to Europe, they want them to go to China, they want them to go to Lebanon, because they think that is the only place they can make money at. Yes, it's different. What you may make in America is quite different from your salary in Gambia. But when you come to America and reality hits you, you know Gambia or another African country is a lot better. All you gotta do is work hard. Work hard and have the mindset of, yes, I am going to make it here, and stop forcing yourselves through the wrong doors to get to the West. Sometimes the life we seek is 10 times worse than the one we live in. Like I said, the grass is not always green on the other side. And those of us that are in the West, we know better. Yeah, guys, and that is what I wanted to say today. And also, don't forget, if you have information, always share with your African brothers and sisters, because we are more opportune to have these informations than them. There's a lot of ignorance that goes on. There's a lot of misinformed people in Africa, and it's our responsibility to keep them informed as well. Okay, so yeah, guys, like, share and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.